Let's make some base pages with a zoo theme. I have these embossing folders ready to go, and using my Cuttlebug, I'm going to embellish some papers to use as embellishment on my zoo base pages. I'm Emilee, and you've found Emilee's Paper Caper, where we're all about scrapping our stash and getting pages done. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button and bell icon now. Let's get started embossing some white cardstock with these embossing folders. I add a little bit of ink to the embossing folder to kind of make the white papers not quite so white and to help the patterns stand out. First, I'm doing this leaf pattern, and I will do several with each embossing folder, but I'll only show one on the video to give you an idea. I think it would be boring to see me emboss so many of the same thing over and over, so I'll just show you one of each. But by adding that ink to the embossing folders, it kind of helps the pattern stand out. And I think when I go to assemble the base pages, it will help to add some depth and variety and texture to the pages. The Brookfield Zoo is a couple hours away from where we live, and so it will be a day trip for us. We'll probably take lots of photos. So I'm going to do 6 base pages for 3 two-page layouts. For the Peacock Design, I used multiple colors to try to mimic the colors you see in peacock feathers. This was a lot of fun. Kind of makes an interesting design on the page. And these embossing folders are pretty when you don't add ink, but I think they look even prettier this way. My friend Renee reminded me of this technique probably a year and a half ago, and I thought, why not use these animal print embossing folders for these zoo pages? So I've cut the embellished pages or papers down to 4 by 4. So these are ready to go, but now I want to cut some of these printed pattern papers. I found these at Hobby Lobby. They had them on sale, all the paper on sale for half off, so each sheet was like 34 cents. And I will cut those into 4 by 4 squares as well. And I have quite a few animal pattern stickers that I can use. And then some die cuts with an animal theme. There is a Creative Memories elephant die cut. This is really cute. Then I also have these tags. One says the zoo, wild things. So these will help embellish the pages. I want them to really stand out, so I'm going to mount them on black cardstock. I have some baker's twine that I will use on these tags. But first, let's cut them out. As an avid scrapbooker, I've always enjoyed kind of remembering and documenting our adventures after trips. But base pages are a great way to look ahead and look forward to trips and events. So I'm already enjoying our day trip to the zoo because I'm thinking about, oh, I'll take pictures that day and I'll have my pages ready, and this is just a fun creative outlet for me. But then also after the trip, I'll come back and do another video to show you how I add photos and journaling and other embellishments to these base pages. So I'm putting the baker's twine on, and I want to kind of give you a little tip if you don't know how to do this. Fold your twine over and make a little loop, and then you put that folded end through the hole, and then you can put those two loose ends through the loop, and voila, you have an easily embellished tag that looks finished. Let's turn our attention now to the pattern paper. I've got all three papers stacked together because they're quite thin. It is not cardstock. And I'm going to cut them into 4x4 squares to embellish the base pages. I already cut the embossed papers into 4x4 squares. So now we're just doing this with the printed paper. And I will make a stack of the 4x4 papers and just make sure that nothing repeats, no pattern repeats itself. So when I go to use them on these pages, I'll always have a variety of patterns randomly on the pages. I have 6 white pieces of cardstock here that we can start to assemble our base pages. I'll make a total of 6 pages, and they will be 3 2-page spreads. So let's get 3 of these 4x4 papers across the bottom of the first page. And then once those papers are on, I can add a border strip, one of the animal print border strips. This one kind of looks like a zebra print. And I have so many of these border strips, I'm going to add a second one to this base page. You save and save and save things in your stash, and eventually you figure, you know, why am I still saving this? Let's use it. It's going to look great. Let's start on page 2 with 3 more 4x4 squares and get those down. This will be a companion page with the first one, so I'll use the same border strips on this page as well. It'll really make them kind of look like they belong together. Here they are side by side, and when I go to scrapbook them, I can orient the pages any way I like, but they will look like they belong together because of those border strips. Now we'll turn our attention to the next 2 pages. These will be companions as well for a 2-page layout. I've got 3 more 4x4 squares. I'm going to use these diagonally on the page. It's quick and easy, visually interesting, and I can already imagine adding 3 or 4 photos to these pages. I'll use the leaf border on both of these pages, and 3 more diagonal 4x4 papers. Please tell me in the comments if you ever scrapbook your base pages in advance of a trip or event. I would love to hear about your tips and tricks for making base pages. And here is that completed set of pages. They will go any which way and whatever works best with my photos, but I'll have lots of options when it comes time to getting photos added to these pages. I have 2 pages left, and I will put these set of 3 4x4s kind of in the upper third of the page. And then I will add a border strip above it. After I finish these last 2 pages, I'll go through and add the tags and some additional sticker embellishments. So keep watching so that you can see how everything turns out. This is making me really want to go to the zoo. We're going to find a nice day when the weather is good, not too hot, hopefully, to take a day to enjoy the Brookfield Zoo. Let's go through now and add some of the tags and other animal stickers. I really like the elephants, and I know I'll take some pictures of them, so I want to add that elephant die cut somewhere, but I may wait to add some more things when I'm actually working with the photos. I'll probably add maybe some collected items like ticket stubs or a map of the zoo, maybe some journaling spots, things like that. So I'm already looking forward to coming back and doing another video for you to share that process. Here's an inventory of the completed base pages. Keep on scrapping your stash, everybody.